hello there.
Ahoy, mateys.
Ahoy, mateys. We're getting a little bit closer, right? It's I could,
We can see over the horizon.
yeah,
Feels
We
like
gotta-
it's dragging ass for me.
that's right. With the 26th, technically it starts. That's like what the week 0, I guess, or whatever you have it. So today is it'll be the 9th when everyone watches this. So we're
That's what day it is.
what, 18, 17 days? Something like that. Close enough. Less than 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
In 17 days, we get a bunch of shitty games we can enjoy.
Yeah.
True.
But they are games nonetheless.
They are, but it's kind of like the preseason. It's just cock teasing you to the real deal.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I owe the channel more and the show more and you guys more. But I am so sick of this realignment discussion. It's all that I should do better, but it's just getting old. Like I remember when NIL was blowing up, it's all anybody talked about for months, and now it feels like this has just replaced that.
Yeah, you can't, like, every time I get on YouTube, every college football video, if it's not Georgia specific, it's realignment. Where's the Pac-12 going? Why is the ACC getting assembled next? It's just like, God damn.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're not here to do that.
Yeah, and it's pretty clear. People have been saying for years that we were going to head toward, 4 or 5 major super conferences, and that's where we're going. We might even go down to 2.
Oh,
yeah, let's do it.
But yeah, so while it's out there, realignment. What the hell? Where's Cal going? Where's Stanford going? Everybody wants to know.
I saw a rumor that ACC's picking up the remaining teams.
Yeah.
Well, God, man, that makes
Seems
road
like a natural
games.
fit, right?
They need all the help they can get over there. So.
Well, but here's the thing, though. Like, you hear that, and then in the same breath on the same channel, but it's going to be for nothing because eventually SEC is going to swallow the ACC, and then the two bigs are going to come together. What's the point?
Yep.
Just
trying to make
the Mountain West should go out there and just snag those remaining teams up and build themselves
the Pac-12 should snag all the, Mountain West teams.
Does anybody know, like, through all of this, why did the Pac-12 allow everybody to come into their backyard and just steal all of their
They
teams?
couldn't afford the money. Like, they couldn't afford the branding. They couldn't afford the advertisement. It's all money.
All money.
Damn.
Colorado started this, kind of.
So blame Dion for the ruining of college football. I'm on board with that. He's already ruined Affleck commercials. Might as well ruin college football too.
The shoe fits, right? Wear the motherfucker.
So Carter says Colorado, huh?
Yeah, I mean, they were the first one to leave.
Yeah.
They did it at media days. That's the biggest slap in the face.
Yeah.
So after it's all said and done, where's Colorado now?
Big 12?
Big 12, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Back where they started.
Yeah.
Where they'll probably go like maybe 2 or 3 wins. I think they're over under this year's 3 wins. What was the point in that?
I mean, Big 12's done added UCF and Cincinnati. Like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
Big 12. If anything, the Big 12 should go next, not the ACC. Let's be real.
I agree. I think you should keep the ACC, the SEC. If you're going to have 2 super conferences, that should be it.
Well,
I think Florida State's kind of regretting not joining the ACC back in '92 now, Hoss?
I believe so, yeah.
You mean the SEC?
Yeah. Yeah, what did I say? ACC?
You said ACC, but yeah, I got what you're saying.
They're finding out the SEC maybe doesn't desire them as much as they thought they did.
We don't want you.
How many of these teams?
Sure, there's a few we'd like to get rid of.
Yeah, but my question is, how many of these teams that looked at the SEC that are looking at this expansion, going, "God, please don't put me there." Like, it has to be a thing, you know. They have to look at that schedule and go, fuck that. Give me any other conference. Because even Florida State, who's high this year, they should have a decent season. They're not walking out the SEC this year with more than 3 losses. Maybe less than 3 losses. Let me rephrase that. It's
Well,
a different animal.
There's all this talk about it. Everybody wants to have, more competition, quit playing these cupcake games. So it's time to put up or shut up. So you wanted it. Let's give it to you, and don't hear no crying about it.
I think that's what pisses me off right now. Though, it's like we're all SEC, SEC fan bases.
Yep.
When you hear people complain, why did SEC only do 8 instead of 9 SEC games and still have cupcakes? 6 of those 8 games, y'all would not survive. All these teams talking shit.
Yeah.
Like Ohio State, Michigan, you're not going to the playoffs in the SEC. It's just not going to happen. So even if we only played 5 SEC and it's the top 5, it's harder than everything you have on your schedule.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it sounds like toting the company flag there, but it's easy to get up for 1 or 2 games a year if that's what you got. If you're Boise State and you play insert SEC team here, you play a Georgia or whatever, and you get fired up. Yeah, you could in a one-off. Yeah, you could.
Yeah, let's not bring up Boise State.
Okay. Oh, yeah, they actually did play
Hawaii.
Yeah, Hawaii and Georgia. You get up for that game, but you get up for 1 or 2 games and get fired up. Yeah, you can pull it off, but then you got to turn around. That's the trick. You got to turn around and do it the next week.
Here's my thing, and I know me and Cranes have had discussions with Carter over SEC, pride on who you root for in games and all that.
Mm-hmm.
This might be the last real season of the SEC, right? It is. Like Texas is coming to Oklahoma. I don't give a shit if it's like y'all can hold this to it, clip it if you want to. If Georgia don't make it, and let's say it's Bama or it's Tennessee, I don't care if it's Florida. I am pulling for that team because this will be the last time we're represented properly. I hope to God we destroy anybody who's in our way the whole playoff race. Just to remind people, this is what the SEC used to be before this bullshit you just brought out.
What do you do next year if okay, it's pretty obvious that Florida is your most hated rival.
Mm-hmm.
What if Florida next year is playing Texas in the SEC title, SEC championship game? People, okay, never mind. So you're still
the SEC's over after this year. I'm sorry, The real SEC is done. So whatever happens after that, I never want Florida to win a game.
There's a lot of people that have been around. I mean, obviously older than us, but that have been around, like my stepdad, for instance. We've talked about this, and I'm like, the real SEC to me is always going to be, the 12 teams, and he's like, no, not to me. The real SEC is the 10 teams. Like South Carolina, Arkansas still ain't, to him, even though they've been in this league for 30 years, he's still like, no.
He still thinks it's Georgia Tech, and there's 3 teams.
No. When it was just the 10 teams, like before South Carolina and Arkansas joined.
Yeah.
So he's definitely I mean, I'm accepting of, to me, the limelight of the most formidable years for me in watching college football were the 92 expansion. So I mean, South Carolina still feels like a coastal school to me, but whatever.
Well, I mean, look, we're all going to feel that same way as your stepdad did here in about 20 years. We're like, no, we remember before Mississippi, Missouri, and Texas A&M were a part of this shit. That was the real SEC to us when we were growing up.
Mm-hmm. Now we might have Duke in the damn conference. What the hell?
More basketball championships, at least.
Well, yeah.
Kentucky ain't gonna like that.
Does Duke get to bring all those claimed national titles with them to the SEC? Or does the ACC still claim those?
Here's my thing, though. They're probably the ACC.
Yeah, I would think so.
The more you keep diluting these conferences, and let's say they do the Super 2, right?
You said doo-doo.
Doo-doo. If they make it 2 conferences, the SEC championship don't mean shit anymore.
Nah, it already don't.
Yeah, I mean, with the 12 playoffs, it kind of drops its value, but it's still for the real SEC fan bases, like all of us four, and then the Mississippi States, the Ole Misses, the LSU's, SEC championship means something.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing the rest of these teams, no one's going to give a shit.
Yeah. Start next year, right? We go to 12 teams in the playoffs, right? Is that when it happens?
Yep.
Right.
Yes.
You're going to see players sitting out of the SEC championship game. You're going to see it. For year one players they're going to, I mean, maybe not to a large degree, but I mean, they're going to be wanting to win the playoffs.
Yeah, it's sad but true.
As a team, as a fan of a team to where we got 4 national championships, right? I remember as a kid going to Athens and enjoying seeing the banners of SEC championships because that's what we had. And to us, that was our national championship because that's, we weren't living at that expectation. But having that SEC banner meant a hell of a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this. If Florida was playing Notre Dame for the national championship, and if Florida won, they got to bring like Notre Dame captured Georgia's Bulldog. And the only way you get your dog back, the only way you get Uga back, is if Florida defeats Notre Dame. Can you pull for?
This is the weirdest. All right.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it a very messed up scenario.
So the leprechaun stole Uga. Okay.
Yeah, a leprechaun
here's
stole Uga.
Here's the problem with your theory, though, is you're using another team I can't stand.
You can't do that.
No, I'm saying you put 2 teams I hate. So it's not like I'm rooting for a team that I don't like Notre Dame at all.
Right. Okay.
You got
Florida versus let's go
Auburn.
Southern Cal.
Southern Cal. Another team I can't stand.
And the only way you get Uga back to the University of Georgia is if
you got to sleep with the Trojan. I mean, okay, whatever.
You got to pull for them Gators. You got to get the Gator gear out.
That's fine. I mean, I would pull for Florida. Here's why. They can go get our dog because they've been our bitch for the last 40 years. So it works out.
Walk him and feed him, please.
Be sure to pick up his poop.
Hoss, just for shits and giggles. If Auburn was playing Notre Dame straight up, who would you pull for? That's got to be.
This year. How about that?
If this coming year something crazy happened and Notre Dame
is the stadium imploding an option?
No, it's not an option.
Okay.
You gotta go with one. Does state pride kick in, or do you fuck them? I'm going Notre Dame.
Go Irish.
Go Irish. All right, now let me ask you this way: what if you had the only way the governor of Alabama? What if Notre Dame had captured the governor Kay Ivey from Alabama, and they had her shackled up in jail, and the only way you could save her is if Auburn won that natty? Do you still pull for Auburn?
I'd say thank you for taking her.
You probably should have replaced her with Saban, bud.
All right. What if Notre Dame had a bunch of baby kittens? And if Notre Dame
What the hell?
What if it was on Auburn to save this litter of baby kittens?
I got it, Courageous. I got it.
All right, go for
I'll give you a better scenario.
All right.
I hate cats, so sorry.
The only way to save Notre Dame from shooting Carter is for Auburn to win.
Damn it, Trenches.
There we go.
I guess I'll pull for Auburn.
There you go.
Save me, Hoss.
Put him in that position that he can't do it, Courageous.
He knows my weakness.
I need a hero. I found one. It's you, buddy.
All right.
Hey,
You're
don't
my
kiss his
hero.
ass too much because me and you about to work together here, Hoss.
That's true. That's true.
Shit.
It's time for some
Oh
trash.
The
man.
gloves are coming off.
Oh man. Pay
I'm gonna
attention,
change-
Carter. I'm gonna need you on this.
I was
Quit
about to
putting
say,
your Legos together.
I'm gonna put out a caveat on this one. Everybody has guessed in this game and gotten it correctly, except for
Okay.
one person.
Oh shit.
So I think that y'all can't collude because I want to see if Courageous can finally get that W. Come on, Courageous.
Pressure's on.
Wait a minute. Carter got his?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember?
Remember, it was the first guess he got it. The
Oh yeah.
LeBron, Michael. He's like, oh, they both been in movies. And you're just like,
Yeah.
Balling. Don't worry, I got you. You see, you looking at me? I
So
got you.
can Carter like give me sign language or something?
I tell you what, y'all. Since y'all let us work together, y'all can work together because Carter's probably going to be writing them down anyway, so you can kind of use with him back and forth.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, Carter. I'll make a deal with you guys. I will try to go at it alone, but I may need to look at Carter and look
That's
into
fine.
those cute, cuddly eyes and see.
All right, remember Hoss vague.
Yes, I remember.
All right, so let's change this order real quick. Let's put me and Hoss up here picking first. All
Can we
right,
do that at the same time, Carter?
Ready?
Hoss, as a Georgia and Bama fan, we should probably tell them that like you've been.
How many picks
Yeah,
are you
yeah.
guys getting, or how many picks we doing?
You want to do 4 or 5, Hoss?
Either one's fine to me.
Let's go 5. We'll
All
play
right.
with this one a little bit. All right, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
With the first overall pick, I'm going to take skin tags.
Mm-hmm.
You already know what I'm thinking.
Yeah, me too.
Hoss.
All right. Mine is wrinkled clothing.
Mm.
Okay, we got skin tags and we got wrinkled clothing. I'm going to say obesity.
Obesity. Okay.
Damn it. Dip.
Dip. Okay.
Like chewing the back of dip.
Yeah.
Second overall pick, I'm going to take unemployment.
Mm-hmm.
Just hold on now, Crane.
I know. Yeah, I know.
I'm going to go with a bad haircut.
Oh
That's a
shit.
good one.
God dang.
I'm gonna go with body odor.
Okay.
Damn, Carter, me and you are thinking just alike. That's 2 times in a row you pretty much took the words right out of my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with bad hygiene.
It's not the obvious thing what you think, Crane.
Right, yeah. I know they're trying to get me to think
It
one way.
sounds like something that you would either like something where you wouldn't get a job or something like that. That's what I'm getting from this, but we'll see.
Okay. Third overall pick, I'm going to go with ticket stub collection.
Okay, and so it's probably obviously something that like why a girl wouldn't want to date you or something.
Hoss.
All right. Nosy people.
Okay.
God dang, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I got nothing so far, Carter. I hate to say that.
Nosy people. People that don't have no teeth.
Toothless. All right.
Video games.
Video games. All right. I'm going to go with fingerless gloves.
being told no.
Mm.
I suck at this damn game.
Fly traps hanging from your ceiling.
Okay.
Mm.
I think Carter does it.
Fly traps.
Taco Bell.
Okay.
I am completely not getting the drift of it.
All right. Last pick rounds. I'm gonna go with farts.
All right. Mine is going to be a bad listener.
I'm gonna go with devastating kicks.
Okay.
Jesus. I don't even know where to go, man.
Rangers, I think I got it, man. I think it's.
All right, yeah, I think let's talk it out. Let's talk it out.
Before you pick, I think it's something to do with like going on a date with a girl, like things that a girl would find unattractive. Skin tags, wrinkled clothing, unemployment, bad haircut, ticket stub collecting, being nosy, fingerless gloves, being told no.
Wait. How does the fingerless gloves come in?
Hang on. If it's that, why is your answer devastating kicks?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Doesn't
It
really
sounds good.
fit.
No, it doesn't fit at all.
Doesn't have to.
Okay. Go ahead,
Farts
Crandis.
and bad listener.
I agree. Loves wrestling.
Wrestling fan.
Yeah,
Mhm.
wrestling fan.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but that's what I'm going with.
You know what, Carter? I wasn't thinking that, but you talked me into it.
Okay, so
You've
what
got
is
me
the
convinced.
Well,
category?
what were you thinking, Crandis?
Yeah,
Well, you
what was
should
Crandis
say what
thinking?
you were thinking.
Because Crandis put dip, bad hygiene, video games, Taco Bell, and wrestling fan.
Maybe Taco Bell obsession.
Well, I was kind of describing what Carter was thinking.
Yeah.
See, that's why we're a team.
I'm willing to bet he heard ticket stubs, then he heard fingerless gloves, and there's another person that we know that's addicted to Taco Bell, so he tried to play off of that. That was my thought process when he said it.
Yeah.
I still think it's things that would either drive a girl away or things like that.
Makes you unattractive.
Yeah, it makes you unattractive or like bad impressions.
A loser.
Yeah, I don't know how to categorize it
Okay.
exactly, but it's in that ballpark.
Yeah.
Are you
Something
in
that
agreement
makes
with
a
that,
person a
Crandis?
loser. Huh?
Do you agree with that? Is that y'all's final guess?
Yeah, I totally. Carter, yeah, he's way smarter than I am.
All right.
What does it say? Things that turn.
Yes!
I got it, baby! Boom in your face.
We got it.
I love that it's things that turn women off, and Crandis is like, how are fingerless gloves in there?
I'm still trying to figure that one out. That was good.
So was that
Carter?
the trickiest one yet, or
Thought
was it
we
still
had
kind of
you.
easy?
Can we do it
Thought we
again
had.
in time?
You got to come up with one for next week, bro.
Yeah, but can we do our team
yeah.
thing?
You got to
3,
look at me.
2. Oh, wait a minute. 3,
3,
2,
2,
1. Team.
Team.
Go
So
team.
something that turns women off is Taco Bell and devastating kicks.
What
Yeah,
forged
yeah.
this unholy alliance then?
I don't know. We're just going with it.
Yep.
We're like
Frenemies.
yeah, we're frenemies. It's like when HBK and Stone Cold got paired together as a team and they won the World Tag Team Championships. Is WWE in here anywhere?
You said wrestling fan.
Women won't like me.
Damn, if I just said it, I should have been like a fan of Georgia or something.
I love the fact though that like after I said skin tags, it was wrinkle, clothes, obesity, dip, unemployment, bad haircut, body odor, bad hygiene.
There did seem to be a
It was a
theme there.
pattern.
Yep.
Oh man,
It's almost like we described
Somebody
something we knew
know.
about.
Yeah. I don't know anybody like that. Oh, well,
No.
another time. You know, that's always fun, and I love doing it. Can't wait for next week. But another thing that
That was
happened.
creative. That was great. Good
That
job.
was good. That's been the best one yet.
Yeah.
Something else happened this week to show that we're getting a little bit closer to football. The
Yes.
coaches poll did
Yes.
come out, and voila, there it is.
where's that AU at?
I'm trying to tell you guys, watch out for Tulane.
Hey, 22. I mean,
Now
ain't no joke.
they're the best like non-power 5 team. Like they're the only ones that have a shot right now, according to coaches, right?
Yeah, looks like it.
Maybe next year, Tulane. Ain't happening this year.
Maybe if everybody in front of you loses 3 games, yeah, it could work out for you.
Mm-hmm.
And you go undefeated.
I think the top 4 is kind of like, I don't know about the order, but those are kind of the 4 teams everybody was kind of consensus on. Like, it has to be those 4.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about LSU because, myself included, I don't know if I've seen a team start out, like during the way back in the depths of the offseason that had so much love. And now that we're on the doorstep of the season, like people are starting to back off that a little bit. People are starting to go, forget it. Alabama. Yeah.
You don't think number 5 is some love though?
Yeah. I mean, it's
maybe a little too much love.
I'm starting to see more and more people say, here's our top 2, 3 most overrated teams in the top 10 preseason poll, and LSU's always in there.
I think they're pretty good. They only let us score 50 on them.
That's pretty impressive.
It's better than a national championship.
It's not this season,
though.
Yeah, we probably won't get to play them this season. We'll have to score 50 on somebody else.
Maybe LSU just ain't. People are. I mean, why do we doubt LSU? LSU is one of the most consistent programs over the last 25 years.
It's because the team's sitting at 3. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
If number 3 wasn't there, it wouldn't have been that much of a discussion.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you're right.
As far as the SEC goes, how many teams we got? 1, 2,
3,
4, 5, 6.
Well, A&M sneaking at the end.
Yeah.
And then next year we'd have 7 or 8.
Yeah. Oklahoma. Is Oklahoma in it? Yeah.
19.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't they have a disastrous year last year?
But besides Texas, that schedule's just a walk through.
Okay.
Yeah. And they got some good, they got some big transfers coming in that could change, they could. Oklahoma has a good chance to possibly get right back on the same Oklahoma track they've been on for, the whole Bob Stoops era, basically. But, we'll see.
All right. If I asked you guys this right now, do a hot take. And no, don't. I'm going to take 3 teams out of this list.
All right.
I'm going to take, you know what? I'm going to take 20 through 25 out because if I said to you guys, I want you to pick a team in the top 25 on that list that will not be in the top 25 in season's end, of course, we're all going to say probably like Tulane.
Yeah.
Or, Wisconsin or something.
Take out 15 through 25.
Yeah, 15 through 25. Let's go. How about Utah? Utah will finish top 25.
I was leaning towards 13.
Okay. How about this? Let's go top 12.
Okay.
Top
All
12.
right.
You got to pick a team that will not finish in the top because one of them won't.
Okay. Number 9.
Clemson. You don't think Clemson? Okay.
Nope. I think Florida State's sitting there. North Carolina's on their schedule. So is Louisville. Both 3 teams have a way better roster than what Clemson's got right now as far as experience.
Damn. That's a.
I don't think Washington will be there.
Fair.
Good point.
Yeah. I know you said the top 12, but I really keep looking at that Notre Dame logo.
Yeah, that's where I was originally looking until they said 12.
Yeah.
But if I got to do 12,
Number 10.
no, I won't go there. But shit.
That's tough because it's not just like not top 10. It's out of the top 25.
Yeah, that's hard, man. I could see all 12 of these teams being in the top 25.
Yeah.
Now. Jumble them up, if you will. But
I'm gonna write them down.
I'll go with Texas. Why not?
I'm actually going to change my answer if that's all right, Crange.
Yeah. You got time.
I'm going to go as a worst case scenario here. What if what we think is true, like the love's starting to fall off, and what if the wheels start falling off mid-season and LSU winds up with 4 losses?
Yeah, it could happen.
With that schedule, if they don't play like they did last year, they could easily top out the top 25.
Well, look at it like this, dude. They've got to take on. Think about all the ranked teams they play this year.
Yeah.
I mean, they lose to Bama. That's 1 loss. They got Florida State. That's 2. They got A&M is 3. Ole Miss could be 4. That's 4 losses right there, man.
To me, schedule-wise, they make the most sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good way of looking at it. So you're taking the Tigers, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna take LSU on this one.
All right. So I got Hoss with Washington, Carter with Texas, Trenches with LSU.
Mm-hmm.
I will select. It's a tie for me. I'm not a big Penn State believer. They always drop a big turd every year, it seems like. And I also want to pick Texas because I think they're so overrated. I think they'll have a good offense, but I don't, like always, they won't have a defense that can stop shit. And they'll lose their normal 5 games a year, even though Quinn Ewers will go on to have a great year, and he'll probably be a top 3 quarterback in the draft whenever he comes out. I'm sure Quinn will be great, but the rest of the team, I don't know. But if I got to pick one, Carter, can I pick 2?
You got to pick one.
Hoss the ball spoke.
Get him, Hoss.
All right. Hoss spoke, and when Hoss speaks, we listen.
Yes.
And because of that, I will select Penn, Texas.
Penn, Texas.
I will pick Texas as my turd of the year.
Turd of the year. I like that.
That is
We'll
my
have to
big
do a turd of the week every week too. A team that maybe lost that shouldn't have lost. We'll do that every week.
Yep. We need the season to get here like really, really bad because I think at that point we'll all have plenty to talk about and substance to talk about.
I mean, it's exciting that it's getting here.
Yeah.
And it's really starting to set in that it's right there. It's like, dude, this shit's fixing to go in just a few weeks because, man, it felt like the bowl games were just played a few weeks ago for me. I don't know about you guys. Maybe it has been a long off season. So it's weird to me, man. There's some years that drags on and some years it don't. Like, to me, it's like the off season wasn't nothing. Just like
I can't sit here with beer and popcorn pretending like I'm enjoying Jake Paul fights while I'm trying to get ready for this shit. Like I'm ready for the real sport to get back.
Oh yeah. If I didn't have Atlanta Braves baseball, I don't know what I would do.
No shit.
Trenches is right though. Like week 0, we all fall for it. It'll get here, and then you get Valdosta State versus Cornell, and then you might get like Louisville versus the University of Beijing or something. It's like, it was cool in the first 2 minutes, and then
Yeah.
now it just sucks. It's like, forget this.
Yeah, I feel like week 0, all you're doing is rooting for the underdogs. Like that's all you want to see is just upsets because there's no one's team who's actually going to affect us is sitting there. But we're like, you know
Right.
what? If that Louisville can go ahead and lose now, this would be great. At least it's something to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Great point. Great point.
Yeah.
Something I wanted to do this week. Last week we talked about uniforms, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So something I want to do different this week is stadiums. To me, 4K or HD TV has in some ways changed. It has changed football a lot because there's a lot of people out there that I know who've never been to a live game, and they're like, I wouldn't want to go. Like, I got it on my TV in here. That's the best place to watch it. Why the hell would I want to go to a stadium where I can barely see them or whatever? I've heard it all. But to me, there's still nothing like uh, going to an actual game because it's more than just watching the game. It's seeing all the fans, that's seeing all the and it's sights, it's sounds, it's smells, man. Smell of popcorn.
That's a great point, Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people.
Smells.
Smells is a huge part, man. You can smell people cooking brisket and ribs and burgers.
Yes.
And you walk in that stadium, that fresh popcorn smell, dude. It's like, oh my god.
That's probably one of the greatest points ever. Like understated is the smells.
Yep. And it's just all of it, into one. I mean, man, like if I sit here and I can only go off of, stadiums I've been to, but if I sit here and I start visualizing like I'm at a game, I could describe every part of the game or the whole experience by just smells, right? Like getting the tailgates are starting, we're hours before kickoff, and you can smell people barbecuing, right? Cooking food. Get closer to the game, and you're walking in the stadium, you smell the popcorn. You go in the bathroom, you smell liquor because everybody, at least for up into the last few years, everybody would go in the bathroom and pour their little liquor in their drinks, and they throw the bottles down all over the toilet and all over the floor, and you smell liquor everywhere. Shit like that. It's part of the experience. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, if you talk about it from a comfort standpoint, yeah, nothing's more comfortable than being in your own house, watch it on your big screen, whatever.
Taking a poop in your toilet, Hoss.
Right, but you can't really call yourself a college football fan if you have no desire to ever go see a game played at your team stadium or even an opposing team stadium. I mean, there's just something about it that you miss out on if you're only saying, I'll watch it at home every week. So, I mean, not that hey, I get the cost thing. A lot of people, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you can find games that are more affordable and just
the cupcake games.
If you've never done it, you got to do it. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
changes everything getting to be there and see it live.
Man, to go one step further, in some ways throughout my life, I've correlated college football is the season's almost like a compass. Like I can remember certain things that happen at certain times on like game day.
Yeah.
Like that was the Saturday that, I bought this new truck. I can tell you the date and the time, and I can't tell you what I had for lunch today, but I can damn sure remember that Saturday 7 years ago when we played, Georgia on that Saturday or Tennessee or Bama, the Iron Bowl. I remember Tiger Woods the day that scandal broke and he wrecked his car. Remember that was on an Iron Bowl Saturday.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I remember it's like I correlate everything. It's almost like a compass, literally.
Yeah. That's a great point. That's the same way with me, man. Like, I remember being in school and I wasn't a great student at really anything. But guess what? I like when it come to math class, when we were doing our multiplication tables. By God, I knew
Yeah.
my fucking sevens better than
Mhm.
anybody else in that
Yes,
class.
sir. Yes, sir. You knew how
Like,
many points per game they averaged throughout the year. The defense gave up. Hell yeah, I remember sketching all that shit out.
hmm and it's that's my thing with this whole realignment. I don't want them to fuck up my good time, happy place, whatever you want to call it. But as far as like I said, the whole stadiums go, I'll tell you, I love to me, and I'm biased, and I expect everyone in here to be biased. But to me, for me, there's no better place to watch a football game than going to Neyland Stadium. However, there is not a better feeling on this planet than to go to an away game, go into someone else's house, watch your team take a shit on their fucking rug, and that's the best feeling ever. Road game wins are the best wins.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
But I was the same way, Carter. Like sevens was all I knew. Sevens and nines. Just and the only reason I know nines because of my damn fingers.
Yeah.
Y'all know that trick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
8, 7, 6, 5. Yeah.
College football is
Boom.
definitely the reason I'm good at math. Like
Yeah, that's
8
it.
times 7, 7 times 8, it's 7 times 7, 49. It's just like, yeah, it's that big. It mattered that much.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. For sure. But I loved what you said about because, yeah, I remember most of the off season. I can't tell you shit that I did,
Mm-hmm.
a week ago. But you're like, when did this happen? I was like, man, that was 2012, August 31st. Because I remember that because we played NC State that day or some crazy
Yeah,
shit.
that's the way it is, man.
That's incredible.
I can't tell you the date, but I know it was around Thanksgiving, late November, the first time Tiger Woods, that scandal broke. It was on the Iron Bowl day, 2009. I was at that game.
I remember the Halloween when Mark Richt got fired. He got destroyed by Florida, and it was already out. He ain't gonna make it next year.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. But the reason I brought this up is because stadiums are, they're a big part of college football. I think, like, when you look at the NFL, they're more about the flashiness, you know what I mean? Like, they're just like, see, in college, stadiums are historic.
Tradition.
You don't want to see your stadium that you've had for over 100 years get torn down and built a new one. And then NFL, it's like, fuck it, we'll build a dome.
Yeah.
We'll make it look like a fucking spaceship here in Las Vegas. Like, doesn't matter. Like, but you start talking like that, like to any one of our teams, like, well, I think what we should do is tear down, that stadium and just build a new one. You'd be like, what? No.
We're gonna move the hedges 3 inches. Get the fuck out this space. No, that's not how this works.
That's hallowed ground, man. No.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ghosts that go with that, so you can't. And
if you have ghosts, you have everything.
That is true.
That is, yeah. But I've been lucky to go to quite a few stadiums, but I haven't been to mainly around the SEC. There's a lot on a bucket list, and I picked 15 stadiums that I think are worthy enough to be a bucket list college football stadium, if you will.
Okay.
And so I will, and maybe there's a way we could, I don't know, I got 15 of them, and we can go through them and decide whether or not they are worthy of a bucket list or not.
Okay.
All right.
Bucket list or no bucket list?
All right. The first one is going to be Nebraska Memorial Stadium over in Lincoln. Now, Nebraska's not what it has been, but dude, I can tell you this: every time I see like on Fox or whatever, that damn place is still a sea of fucking red every Saturday.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's been a lot of damn good football played in that stadium.
Yes, there has. So we're going clockwise. Is that how we're doing it?
Yeah, we'll go clockwise. Who's first? Let's see. Oh, we'll go trenches first. Is that a bucket list stadium or no?
This is my personal bucket list,
All right, tell
or
you
for
what.
anybody.
There's 15 of them. We need to. I think we need to at least eliminate 6 of these or something. I don't know.
No, you're fine. We'll just say yes or no, and maybe
Yeah,
a
yes
point
or
or
no.
two.
But
Yeah.
is it, what I'm saying, am I
quick.
voting for my personal bucket list or what, any college
Yeah.
football fans bucket
Yeah.
list?
Yeah, sure.
You're deciding. You're deciding for the people, I guess.
Yeah, if this is a bucket list destination for a college football fan.
I'm gonna say yeah for history.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah for same reason. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I think so.
I would have said yes.
Yeah.
Now, not so much.
Well,
I don't know. Yeah. Yes.
that's fair. I mean,
Yeah.
the thing about Nebraska is there's literally nothing else to do in that state.
Yeah.
Nothing. There's no professional teams. I mean, I get you got the Omaha, you got the college baseball tournament or World Series, but I mean, dude, Nebraska, that's it. Nothing else attracts anyone. Nobody thinks about ever going to Nebraska for vacation. I can promise you that.
Well, that's why I asked if this is our personal, because I don't want to go to that fucking stadium. But I figured, I was like, sure, I'll put it on there. If it's personally, I'm gonna say no. But if we're talking about as like a history
I'll
thing,
tell you what.
sure.
Yeah, let's go personal.
Okay, then
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
Okay. So 1 no.
Great
Okay.
start pick though, because it's gonna be a tough
It
list.
sets the tone.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sets the tone for sure.
Hoss, you still saying yes?
I think yes, just because, like I said, the history. Just say you've been there.
So
Yeah.
you want to go to that one and knock it off your bucket list?
Yeah.
Okay,
Why
cool.
not?
I'd
I'm just
like
making
to.
sure we're all in
Yeah.
agreement.
I wouldn't turn it down per se.
Right.
If Hoss said, "Hey, man, dude, I got free tickets. Let's go out there and catch this game." Now, Nebraska can change that in a heartbeat. Like, this is subjective.
Mm-hmm.
Nebraska gets on a hot streak and they start winning natties again.
Look
all
the fuck
of-
out.
Yeah, it shoots back up.
I don't want to sit next to a bunch of assholes with corn on their head, if I'm being honest.
I've actually got a picture of one of those.
That's a valid point.
Yeah.
I took a picture of one on my head when we played them in the Music City Bowl a few years ago. But anyway, all right. So we did Nebraska. Let's do this one next. How about Clemson?
The fake Death Valley.
Ooh.
But God, that is clean looking though. Look at the
Yeah,
freaking
it is.
trophy as the entrance. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is cool. Up there in Pickens County, South Carolina.
If I'm starting it off, I want to see him run down the hill. I'm gonna put yeah.
I have no interest.
I'm gonna say no. To me,
Okay.
it's not. It's a great stadium. I feel like, but is it an elite stadium? Not in my eyes. No.
I would say at night, yes.
Mm-hmm.
A big night game, yes. But I guess that's man, I'm torn. I'm 50-50 on it. I'll go 51-49, yes.
Mm.
Just because of since Dabo's been there. Up until Dabo got there, Clemson wasn't even a blip on the radar.
No. Agreed.
I looked forward to seeing Clemson on the schedule before he got there.
Mm-hmm.
Not that we ever played them, but
I had to do it. Neyland Stadium. And I'm going to say this. I will not vote on this one and I'll do the same. If we get to yours, Hoss and trenches, y'all don't get a say.
Yeah, I got you.
So even if you've already been there, pretend you hadn't.
Here's the toughest part for me. Almost every SEC stadium's on my bucket list, including Neyland. So I'm definitely going to say yes.
I having been there before to see a game, I would say if you're an SEC fan, you definitely want to see a game there at least once. So yeah,
yeah, for sure. Neyland Neyland is one of the biggest stadiums in the country. Yeah,
Yeah, it's huge.
You gotta. It's an easy yes.
All right. Well, let's move on to. Here we go. Hoss gets no say. Bryant Denny Stadium.
Once again, SEC royalty here. I want to go see this stadium when as long as Georgia's not playing, so I can actually like experience and enjoy the Dixieland Delight tradition. So I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
I bet Hoss is gonna say no.
He
Hoss
can't
don't
vote.
get a vote.
I don't get a say in this one.
Here's what I'm gonna say though about this stadium. This stadium is incredible. The problem is, and it's not really a problem, but it doesn't have as much mystique as some other stadiums, and the only reason that is because of, guess where? Legion Field.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, Legion Field. Oh my God! I mean, that's where.
That's where they used to play all their big games.
I remember when, like, you know, before they transferred over to Brian Denny didn't hold, but like what 50,000. I mean, it was really like they had their smaller games there, and to me, Legion Field is like. But now, Bryant Denny Stadium is up there in attendance and everything. Yeah, I know. I'm just leaving it up there.
That's okay.
But it's definitely a yes. I'm just saying, like.
I also like the fact that it kind of looks like a Super Bowl or national championship ring from the top.
I've never thought about that.
Yeah.
So that's 2 yeses, and I'm sure Crangis. What do you?
Oh yeah, look, man, look. I'm an Auburn fan, but I'm not one of those. Like, I can be objective enough to acknowledge the fact that they are what they are. Yeah, Bryant Denny's definitely. I mean, yeah.
All right. Moving on. Let us go to Sanford Stadium, where the Georgia Bulldogs play. One thing I've always thought about is the campus is beautiful. I like the little bridge over there, like where the scoreboard is. I've always thought that was pretty neat. So, you know, I've always looked at it as it's a, you know, I've been there several times, and man, I love going every time I go.
Yeah.
So it's a yes for me.
Yeah, it's a yes for me. I definitely like to see the Tide play there.
If they ever do, Halls, I promise you we'll go together.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Wish he'd make me that promise.
Crangis, we play every other year, man. All you gotta do is make a call.
And Crangis.
Did Carter make a vote?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said yes.
Oh. All right, so yes, I've had the privilege to go to this stadium a few times myself, and as I'm looking at the picture, I'm looking at the places that I've sat. Let me tell you guys right quick, that third upper deck, that bitch is tall.
It's steep as hell,
dude. They look like ants on the field from way up. We sat about middle section of the third. My first time there of the third deck. Holy shit, that's tall. But I've also been able to sit down low too. Yeah, it's a cool stadium. Cool stadium, nice video board. It's not the biggest, but
it gets the job done.
It gets the job done. It ain't about the size; it's about the motion.
One of the coolest hidden things about that stadium is not where the players exit, but there's another hallway you can go down from the field.
Yeah,
and on there you have literally concrete of all the Uggas. That's where they're buried or cremated, is inside that wall.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
like he was talking about with tradition, there's certain things you can't touch on a college stadium.
Right.
It's sitting down. Like I remember, you got the train tracks that run literally right beside the stadium.
Yep.
It's sitting down kind of in that hole, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, because if you walk where that bridge is behind the thing, so like for the G-Day game, you see those white cars behind the buses and all that on the
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
that's
Yeah.
where we parked. And when you're walking down that bridge and you look down, you're looking down about 20 feet.
Where's
So
the?
that
Oh, I
thing
see
is
the
sunk
tracks.
in.
I see the tracks over there
Yeah, it's
now.
over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely sunk into a hole.
Yes,
'Cause then you go
definitely lowered.
from behind that video board, you have to go downstairs like a good like 20, 30 steps to get to like the bookstore and
Yep.
the actual campus. So it's kind of
Yep.
cool how it's built.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
All
what's the
right.
deal with all these stadiums being right next to train tracks? How does that?
Dude,
Was
think
that
about it. When they built these stadiums, how did teams get there? How did they travel?
I
It
guess
was still
so.
cars,
Because
right?
Bryant
Yeah.
Denny's got train tracks that run right through it. Jordan Hare,
Neyland's got a big bridge with train tracks on it.
yeah, Georgia. You know, South Carolina does because their claim to fame is the
The cockaboos.
cockaboos. You know,
Let's go to the next one. Jordan Hare. And
Once, yeah. I want to go there for a Georgia game for sure. The Deep South's oldest rivalry. I have not been to the stadium. Definitely want to be there.
you just gave me an idea, Trenches.
if
All
if
right.
I can speak on this, I've been there 3 times, like 3 or 4 times. But I will say this, I've had the privilege of going to a few SC stadiums, and this has always been my favorite place. I like it's such a little small ass town. I don't know. It's just neat. It's like this little bitty little town, and there's this big goddamn stadium just right there. I mean, it's like it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? and I don't know, but I have to say yes for sure.
Yeah, it's a yes for me. I was literally a stone's throw away from the stadium this past weekend, but only on the outside. I didn't get to see the inside. But yeah, I've always wanted to see Iron Bowl there. So
Yeah,
Can I? I know I don't get
yeah,
a vote in this.
yeah.
What makes it cool is because it's we're not in a position like Georgia or Bama where we're competing for titles every year. It's just the vibe is fun because there's this. It's just hard to explain. It's like Auburn fans are just tough, man. They're just fucking tough and they're resilient. They still show up. Even I don't know, man. It's like people are like, it's just different. It's just different than it. We don't expect to win. So like when we do win, if we're in a game, it's just that much more intense.
Last time I was there, I mean, I think Tennessee was like 2-4. Auburn was like maybe 3-3. I don't know. Neither team was very good, but it was still packed.
Yeah.
I mean, dude,
It's a lively crowd.
yeah, like that wasn't a big game. It was a noon game. Like neither team was relevant at all.
Yeah.
There was nothing on the line, but there was still, sold out stadium for the most part, and there were still like 10 to 12,000 Tennessee fans that traveled down. It was great. You couldn't tell it wasn't a big, wasn't a big matchup.
You have your schools that are tradition winners. They're bred to win and they expect to win. You got your upper tiers and then you got that mid tier where they're like the Juju schools, and Auburn's definitely one of those mojo Juju. If the team gets hot, the crowd's just super electric on fire.
Dude, sometimes when those teams ain't like there's nothing really on the line, that's some of the best games. Like wait
Yeah.
till Kentucky and South Carolina get to play this year. That game's gonna be great to watch.
Yeah.
And these fans he's talking about, it doesn't even have to be a sporting event. There's a certain 2-word phrase that's similar to Alabama's Roll Tide, and I heard it a lot this last weekend.
Did you?
my skin crawled every time. But,
Yeah, I'm sure it did. Yeah.
but I get the enthusiasm.
Yeah, it's definitely an energy school. We're not going to out talent you, to death, but we're gonna. I mean, is there a reason why? I know we're harping on this way too long, but there's not a good reason other than the fact that we're just a juju school.
Juju
The
Bone?
reason we played Alabama close in some of the Iron Bowls we did at Auburn.
Well, the next school is also an SEC school, and it is Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. I've been to this stadium, but not for a game. And Trenches, you can go first.
I've been to this stadium twice when I lived in Gainesville. It is the biggest hunk of shit I've ever been in my life. Fuck the stadium. No, do not put it on your bucket list. That whole thing needs a pressure washing. That might be when you're screw tradition. Just tear it down.
How to follow that?
Yeah, that's tough to follow.
I've actually driven past this stadium. Got to see the Tebow and Spurrier statues and all that, but I don't know. I've always thought it'd be cool to see. I mean, I just think back to one of the first SEC championships. That I think back to those times of Florida, and I don't know. I always thought it'd be cool to see a game there.
I know my parents have gotten to go a few times, and Kenny, he's been to every single SEC stadium, except for he's never been to A&M. But either way, and he would say in the 90s, like, this fucking place was insane. Like, it was crazy. So I'm still going to say yes because
That's fair.
I want to see it.
Yeah, I've been able to go here a couple of times. It comes across. I'm going to agree with Trenches to a large degree here. It comes off great on TV.
Yeah.
When you see it in person, like, I was surprised at like the plywood that they've got hung up. It should be, but when it's like one of them things, it's like when you get to experience, it's like Skyline Chili. You hear about it, it's great, how great it is. It sounds so great, and then you actually have it, and it's like, I've had chili this good before. That's how I felt about the Swamp.
It's literally like a highway in Atlanta. Like, it's always under construction. The thing's never fucking finished.
Yeah.
Caught on fire a few years ago, I think.
Yeah.
Should have just kept blazing.
Spurrier made that. He put it on the map, and kudos to him. But
even the practice facility looks like a junior high school. Like, it's literally just a field with like fencing around it. Like, everybody can just sit there and watch. It's dog shit.
I mean, there's a little bit of stank that Drenches is putting on there. Because, but you know,
this is actually him holding back
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
In all fairness, too, I did show up. It was Florida and Kentucky. I was in all Georgia gear, so I didn't have the best of time anyway.
Now here's one.
Oh boy, I got to get some ice, but that's a yes for me.
This is number one on my bucket list in the SEC. Must see, especially a night game.
I've been there twice. Once was a night game, once was a day game. The atmosphere is, it's chaotic and it's cool. Now, you're talking about rundown. I'll be honest, LSU's they need to do a lot more renovating in a lot of areas. I mean, there's a lot of old shit that needs to be fixed. But you know what? I mean, it's still, it's a very well known stadium. As far as like the atmosphere and everything, I was impressed by it. I thought it was crazy. But the number one thing for me about this place is the fucking food. I don't care, unless you just hate seafood. There's not a better place to tailgate at or to eat, whatever. Like, there's just not. So yes for me.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of stories of about maybe how they treat opposing fans, but
I believe
I,
it.
I've still always wanted to go there though to see a game. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen them lose once and basically cause a whole riot. I mean, it's pretty nuts and
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah, maybe go if your team's not playing them.
I don't know. I think that's what makes it fun, though. I mean, you got to go through the Tiger Gauntlet. That's the thing
Yeah,
that
it's
they
true.
set up where there's
Great
fans.
memories.
There's fans on either side on this little barrier, and you walk through them, and they just yell at you the entire time you're walking.
Great memories at that stadium.
Yep. Same here.
I'm sure, like when they're got a lot to lose, they're probably pretty foul, but
Oh yeah.
Again, that's another one of those high energy schools, and I've had, they're passionate, but they're.
Now, like I said earlier, I don't know if you heard me, but the food there's no better place to get food at than LSU.
You talking about them corn dogs?
No, I'm talking about like the boudin, the etouffee, the gumbos, the jambalayas, and all that shit. The gator, it's all great. All right, let's move on. So we're out of the SEC at this point. So let's go to Beaver Stadium, Penn State. Now, obviously, the whole whiteout at night's got to be.
Yeah, it's got to be a whiteout.
Yeah. For me, this is a yes.
Yeah, it's a yes for me if it's the whiteout for sure.
Yeah, just the history. I'd say yeah.
Courageous.
Oh, I agree with these guys, especially on the whiteout part. Whiteout, I'm in.
Yeah, I don't know if they really want to talk a lot about their history right now, Haas.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about way on back before. Yeah.
So here's sorry, I'm leaning to the screens. It's hard to see some of them, but here's definitely one I really want to go to, and that is Gaylord Memorial, Oklahoma, the Sooners.
I'm going to say no.
Really?
I mean, if it's my bucket list, I'm going to say no. If I wanted to go, never mind. Just no.
I got to say yes. I mean, it's one of the, it's they don't have as much. Obviously, Alabama's got the best history all time, but Oklahoma's like they're a big blue blood school. There's no doubt about it. They've got a lot.
You just want to see the wagon fall.
I do. I'd like to see that too.
I've actually this is another one that I've actually been to the stadium, to the outside of it, walked right up to see the Barry Switzer Center there, but I've never been inside for the game. But I gotta admit, when I was there, I was kind of wishing that there would have been a game that weekend I could have went to see. So.
Yeah. And courageous.
We're going to be split on this one. It's not. I don't know. Oklahoma's like one of them teams I just never really. Never care about whether they're good or they're not. This stadium's not one that I've ever dreamt of going to.
Yep.
I get it though. Like if you are, I get it. That's no offense to anybody out there.
Yeah. I'm the same. I don't feel like if you're about it, then be about it.
Yeah, but personal preference, no, that's not one I've desired to go to.
I think it's not so much a stadium, it's just the history of Oklahoma. I mean, they're, like I said, one of the greatest programs of all time.
Yeah.
Well, then Harvard and Yale better be on here.
Yeah. No problem for those that do like Oklahoma.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, like Harvard and Yale's talking about championships in the 1800s. Oklahoma won theirs in like the 70s and 80s. And...
I know, I'm just messing with you.
Oklahoma feels like one of those, and it may not even be reality. It just feels like one of those old Western saloon, come out here to the Old West. And
well, there's not a lot to do. Yeah, there's definitely not a lot out there.
Yeah. I have a question, Haas.
Yes.
Because you said you were at the stadium. You just didn't go in. I'm wondering, can you pull that picture back up, please, Carter?
Yes.
There's a parking lot on the side. I wonder if you can actually get into the stadium from right there because that's pretty freaking convenient.
Well, I did see one of the gates that was right near where we had walked up to, and I wanted to go in there. The gate was open, but I didn't because
Now
Boss is
convenience
very
isn't
I
polite.
wasn't
changing.
trying to stir anything up, and I was wearing my Bama gear, so I didn't want to.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, this is a
Daryl
yes for me.
Royal, okay. Okay.
Okay.
I still would. I mean, it's Austin. I mean, look at the skyline in the backdrop. It's a beautiful, like, for me, it's a yes because of Austin. Like, if it was just for the football, I think I'd still pick Oklahoma over Texas. But I'm gonna say yes just because of Austin itself.
House.
False.
Oh, yeah, that's a no for me.
Okay.
And Crangers.
I would say, yeah, that's kind of a cool environment.
I love the Longhorn logo that they run out of, like how they made that into the players box or whatever that is right there under the
Oh,
the
yeah,
screen.
yeah.
That's
see
pretty
it.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the biggest stadium by any
No.
stretch, but they seem like a rowdy bunch. Yeah, I'd love to.
See, and I lied. I said we rounded out the SEC, but I forgot one. Kyle Fields, Texas A&M.
Huh. It's a big motherfucker right there.
It's
It
huge.
is. And yeah, ever since they built in that end zone,
Yeah.
yeah, it's massive. I'd like to see the swaying. It's a yes for me. The whole 12th man swaying back and forth. I think it'd be pretty cool. Boss?
I'd say yes.
Wait, does Trenches not get a vote anymore?
I thought he said yes.
I just said, yeah, it's huge.
Oh, okay, sorry. Go ahead, Drew.
I thought he was talking about something else.
Yeah, it's talking about Cranges. If your sell point to me is male cheerleaders, I'm gonna pass.
That's
Don't
fair.
forget Reveille.
Yeah, a little lassie.
This is another one of those I'm torn on. I'll give it a pass just because, but it ain't one of mine. Like, it ain't in my top 5 for sure.
No,
Sure,
I just
I
don't
get
care about the team at all.
Yeah.
All right. I think we got 3 left. And here is one of them. Notre Dame, South Bend.
Oh.
That's a yes.
I've been able to go to this place for a game once, and it was. You
Like,
talking
it's-
about rundown? It's dude. It looks like you walked into a time machine and you got dropped and you got out of the time machine. And you're in 1950 or something. It's crazy.
I get that, man, but it's literally looks like a gladiator stadium. Like to me, it's a yes.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's mainly the history of it. Yeah, but I'd like to go there.
I'll give it a yes.
Yeah, the lore of it. I get the feeling it's like, Carter, have you been to Ole Miss?
Oh yeah.
Are you kind of comparing it to that? Because that's what I felt like I was stepping into when I went to Ole Miss.
Man, no.
They're like playing Roy Orbison over the loudspeaker, you know.
Yeah. Now I went before they got the video screen, dude. So they have probably updated some of this. But see, the one thing I am glad is used to, dude, that's where the College Football Hall of Fame was. It's right across the street. They finally they moved it to Atlanta.
Yeah.
But I remember, and I'm glad they did because I was like, why does Notre Dame get to have the College Football Hall of Fame right there beside their football stadium? Like, that's bullshit. But campus-wise, Courageous, dude, it looks like you're in the Vatican or something. Like you're in Europe or something. It's crazy looking.
Yeah, I can see the architecture there.
Yes.
The background, yeah.
It's very prestigious. But the stadium itself, like, they've probably done some stuff to it. But when I went there, man, they were, like, proud of having rusty-ass steel and and it's like they wanted it to look like, you know,
The rustic look.
yeah, like the old, like it's, you know, you're back in the 1950s or something.
All you other fan bases can Catholic my ass.
I mean, this is 2001,
Hey.
so I mean, but dude, they still had the old
They put the
bulbs.
rust in rustic. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but like the old bulbs, like where the scoreboard was, there wasn't no video. It was just like these big bulb looking things, like no digital anything. And I remember
They're
in
running
2001,
analog.
yeah, like in 2001, I remember how we had a video screen. It wasn't a big one, but most schools had a video board at that time. These
You're
bastards,
using
man.
those backlight projectors.
Exactly.
We're
So,
used to LEDs.
is that a yes for you, Crangers?
Yeah, I'll give it a pass just because I feel like I have to.
So we're down to the final two here, and these two are, you know, they're very, very well known. So first one, let's go with the horseshoe.
Can I make a suggestion real quick?
Go for it.
Can we do one's got to go, one's got to stay, and you show us the other one before we vote?
All right, that
So
one
one gets a pass, one don't.
or the fucking big
How
house.
the fuck did I not know?
Now look, y'all were talking about how Sanford, it's like in the ground, dude. Look,
Yeah,
look
that's
at
cool.
look at the like that sumbitch is really like
Yeah.
if you when you're walking up to it, man, the whole stadium's like in underground.
Damn. Have you
Yeah.
been to it?
I've not been to it, but I've seen people like videos, like people. I mean,
Yeah.
look at the people outside the stadium, dude. You walk up, you're at the top of the stadium.
That's really cool.
Yeah. I've never seen that. Yeah, I didn't realize it was down in that hole like
Me
that.
neither.
And then there's, you know, the horseshoe. It looks like a coliseum, like a Roman coliseum from the outside a little bit.
I think from what you pointed out, Carter, I think I'm going to go Michigan on this one.
I would too.
Oh, do it again. Do it again.
Just think about that, though. You're walking in the gate and you're walking right down to your seat.
Because look, guys, they don't have any little tunnels like, you know, where you can walk out of. You literally have to walk all the fucking way downstairs to get to your whatever, you know what I'm saying?
That's awesome.
Like there's not little places you can pop out.
Wow. Okay. Show Ohio State again.
That one's definitely above ground.
Yeah. Wow. Great photos.
That's why I've always thought like the big house was so cool looking.
So we've got to pick between those two?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm saying Michigan.
Yeah, me too.
What'd you say, Hoss?
Ugh, I haven't.
Let me help you out here, Hoss. You want to team up on this?
Sure.
Look. All right, Michigan, they got the top. All right, well, they're just saying fuck all the people in the top. All right, go back to at least on the right side of Ohio State, they've got a little bit of sun coverage.
Mm-hmm.
That left side, they're just saying, man, y'all can just burn up.
Yeah, but it's Ohio in the fall. It's not going to be that bad.
Right. And then look at that jank ass looking field back there.
Yeah. And there's Michigan.
I don't know if I helped or hurt anybody's case, but I'll say Michigan.
Yeah. I'm going to say Michigan.
Hail to the victor.
I can't see myself going to that suck-ass stadium. So.
I'm just wondering with that Michigan, like, where's the concessions and all that at? Like, where do you, if you're walking straight down to your seat, where do you go to get, like, take a piss, get your food?
That's a good question.
Oh, it's going to be in the corridors, like under the.
Yeah.
No.
It's awfully crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you get down to the ninth circle of hell, you've went too far.
Right. They just handing out everybody Dante's Inferno as you walk in.
Yeah.
All right, look at this, guys. I'm going to do a share screen real quick. I know
right.
We're about to wrap it up, but check this out.
We're going for 8 hours, Carter. What are you talking about?
I mean, look at that. That's the top of the fucking stadium. Right there.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Does it show them walking in? Because I got to see that.
I think so. Let's see. Oh, yeah. This is perfect right here, guys. Look at this. And it's snowing. Look at that crap.
Dude, that's epic.
Wow.
Like you walk in, the stadium's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to the audio. I guess
Down
because
in a hole.
yeah, I guess because there's music. I don't know. I mean, you'd think this thing would flood. It's weird looking in here. It don't even look like. I mean, it's big, but it don't look like that big. But this
I mean, there's no such thing as a bad seat.
Right.
Not at all. And this sucker's like 110,000 fucking people. See when it
Now
gets
it's great
going.
on the way in, but on the way out. They don't even have an upper deck.
I know.
Nope.
They might have just won my vote from number one on my bucket list over Death Valley because this is cool. But my fat kid in me still saying, "Where's the concession stands at?"
Yeah, hell yeah. I guess you don't eat there. You better hit
snow.
Waffle House on your way in.
I think the way it works, like, let's see. I think it's all out here outside the stadium. Let's see, like,
Again,
just all
you better
around
eat
there.
before you come in.
Yeah.
Like, see, we didn't see this part. So there's the concessions over to the left. Over there.
Okay. Okay, I get it. Yeah, it's ginormous and outside diameter.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway. Well, guys, I think we had a pretty good show.
Definitely.
We'll always
It ain't official
Thursday.
It ain't official unless Hoss says it. Hoss, did we have a good show?
Most definitely we did.
He said we had a good show.
This Thursday, guys, we've got a pretty cool little. We had a he's a former Tennessee player, won a national championship. He played on the '98 team. He actually made an amazing play. We're releasing that this Thursday, so I guess that'll be tomorrow. So tomorrow, check that out.
Tomorrow's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday.
Yeah. So check that out. It's a great, it's a great interview. It was amazing. We had a great time with Billy. So Billy Ratliff, good friend of mine, and good friend of ours. So you guys check that out, and stay tuned because you're probably going to see more former players of each of our schools.
Subscribe.
Yes,
please.
do that.
We will. This is a new channel. We will put out content.
Yep.
Let everybody know where to come.
We'll be back next week.